Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 24 with the Chicago Cubs. We are finishing up season 9. We are in the middle of September, which is where I told you I would sim through. We are 79 and 68. We've looked okay, but the rest of the division's been terrible. So 79 and 68. You know, we have, the fourth best record in the National League. So we're not having a great year. We're having an okay year. We were 18 and 10 in August, so we were really good in August. September, we've flattened back out to 8 and 8. Offensively, we lost Corbin Burns for the year, so Corbin is basically done. I assume when he comes back a year from now, the ratings will be absolutely horrific. Rom's injury, I think, happened. The extension of the injury, I think, happened last episode. So we're going to get 4 starts out of Drew Rom, which isn't terrific, but it is what it is. Offensively, it hasn't been bad, honestly. Campbell's put up 4.5 WAR. Again, a lot of that's driven by his defense. Luis Angel Acuna, has had a really good year for us. 4.1 WAR, 280, hit 22 home runs. Bregman, since coming back to Chicago, 316, 403, it's 476 out of the leadoff spot. He's been terrific. Kyle Tucker, since coming to Chicago, 282, 355, 41. He's been fantastic for us offensively. Carter Smith has slid into that second base role, so we had a solution at second base right under our nose, and we spent a lot of money at the beginning of the offseason and only to end up moving it. But Carter Smith up to a 55. He's likely to end up with 20 home runs on the year. He's been terrific. Junior Garcia's taken a step back. Average is down about 30 points. Slugging down about 30 points. Still on pace for 35 home runs. Von Necker's rookie campaign, 21 home runs, not too shabby. Drew Burris took a step back offensively, and then everybody else has been various levels of awful. From a pitching perspective, it all comes down to our bullpen, right? Our bullpen has been terrific as always. Santana and Contreras have both been really good. Chivilli and Vinicio, probably the best 1-2 combination in the game. But look at some of these ERAs. We have 4 relievers. So you don't count Gonzalez because he's only pitched 7 innings. But 3 relievers with sub-2 ERAs. Every single one of our bullpen arms, with the exception of Jake Eder, a sub-3 ERA. So our bullpen has been electric, and that's allowed our starters to just be, outside of Santana and Contreras, just be okay. Dollander's been fine. Hasn't been particularly good, honestly. Alkins has had a decent season. But yeah, it's Santana and Contreras and then everybody else. So we basically have the division locked up. We got a couple weeks left. We're 7 games up, but we don't want to take our foot off the gas just yet. First game is a 3-1 loss. Who is going to go down for Sabato? Bond, I guess? No, we're going to send a pitcher. We're going to send Gonzalez down, call Sabato back up. Against lefties, I would like... The problem is there's no place for him to play now, right? Sorry, my phone was buzzing. Want him out there as a pinch hitter anyway. Against lefties for sure. All right, so we lose the first game 3-1. Noah Schultz, I assume that is, the former, 27-8. We scored 27 runs in this game on 29 hits. Holy hell. Okay, what happened? All right, Noah Schultz, the former White Sox farmhand, gets lit up. So, okay. Let's just start at the top. Bregman 2 for 4. 2 RBIs. Acuna 1 for 5. Garcia 3 for 6, 3 RBIs. Kyle Tucker 5 for 5, 3 RBIs. Necker 5 for 6, 3 RBIs. Mike Campbell 3 for 7, 8 RBIs. Carter Smith 3 for 6, 3 RBIs. RJ Mayer 3 for 7, 2 RBIs. Hall 4 for 6, 3 RBIs. We get home runs from Garcia, Smith, Campbell, and Hall. Holy crap. I'm going to clip that. Hang on just a second. There. Do that. Oh, wrong button. Do that. I don't think you guys can see what I'm doing, which is fine, but... Come on. Where did it go? I'll just go back and do it later. That is insane. 27-8. But we've actually lost a game. Milwaukee's 6 games, only 6 games back. We got Colorado again. We win 5-3 this time. Dollander gets the win, and Necker homers twice, drives in 5. Okay. So that was a good series. That was fun. We're still 6 games up. This is the series that should make or break it, right? We're at 150 games with a 6-game lead. So if we can sweep Milwaukee at home, we push them 9 games back. That should be it. The first game is a 5-4 win in 10 innings. We walk it off in the bottom of the 10th. Acuna reaches base 3 times. Brett Hall, 2 for 4, 3 runs knocked in. It's his 9th home run of the year. Alkins pitches good enough. Bullpen does what they're supposed to do. Go ahead and sim game 2. A 3-2 win in extra innings. Another walk-off win for the Cubbies. Luis Acuna, that's the bottom of the 5th. What happened in the 10th? Do we know? I think we just had the runner at second, and we scored. But Teneo, 7 innings, 1-run ball. You like to see that. Benicio, Chavili, Moran, and Eder. Home run for Acuna, his 23rd, and we go for the sweep here. We don't get it. We lose 3-1. So what is our magic number? Should be small. 3? 4? 3. My magic number's 3. San Diego we lose, but so did Milwaukee, so that magic number is now 2. Game 2 against the Padres. We lose again. They gain a game. Let's stop losing here, guys. We get swept by San Diego. Not ideal. 12-13 this month. Magic number should be 2 right now, right? Yeah. We've lost 4 straight. We're at Miami. Thinking about it. Oh, it's the last day of September. That's why. Four losses in a row. There we go. We bounce back with a 7-1 victory there. RJ Mayer 2 for 3, 3 RBIs. Garcia drives in a couple with a home run. Teneo pitches well. And magic number is 1. Magic number is 1. Player development, Carter Smith. The positional rating gets worse, but he's been really good. Maldonado. Is he just a minor league free agent? Oh, no, we picked him up from Pittsburgh. And he's a free agent at the end of the year. Tommy White. Placencia. Yeah, nothing really interesting there. Ryan Rocio is your batter of the month in the AL. Kevin McGonigal in the NL. Serna, pitcher of the month in the AL. Ogun, pitcher of the month in the NL. Rookie of the year, Juan Quintero. And Joel Kitchen in the National League. All right, so we have a magic number of 1. We've got Jerome Santana on the bump today as we look to clinch another playoff spot. And we do. We clinch another playoff spot. I don't know if we clinched the division yet, but we clinched a playoff spot. Bregman goes 3 for 5. Santana 15-5 on the year. Final game of the series against Miami. It's another win. 3-1. So yeah, we've clinched the division. We have a 5-game lead with 3 left. So Shivili gets the save. Garcia 3 hits. Contreras pitches 7 innings of 2-hit baseball. So we get Dollander, Alkins, and Teneo going in our final 3, which is perfect because that sets us up for Santana and Contreras and what I assume will be the wild card round. We win 8-6 there. 2 in the 9th, 2 in the 10th. 5 RBIs for Acuna. Yeah, it's been a good contract. $15 million. He's put up 4 WAR. I'll take it. Burris, Campbell, Smith, all with 2 hits. Dollander gets hit kind of hard. But then Benicio, Marinaccio, and Moran do what they should do. In the game against the Cardinals, as we look to finish at 88-74. That's kind of what we're looking at. Or are we going to finish 87-75? 87-75. Not a great season. Not a great season. But our 7th straight division title. We were 6 games under our Pythag. Our offense was down this season. Yeah, we got New York in the wild card, 84-78. Pretty good pitching. Their offense is worse than ours. They're going to go Paddock, Diaz, and Gallen. A couple of former Cubbies. Francisco Alvarez, their only decent bat. Otherwise, that's a bad offense. All right, we got to set our roster. I don't think there are any changes that need to be made. We'll go to pitching staff. Go to 3-man rotation. Santana, Contreras, and I think I was going to say Alkins, but I don't think he's going to be ready. I think it's got to be Dollander in Game 3, which I really am not super concerned about, excited about, but we're going to go Benicio and Shivili as stoppers. Marinaccio, use more often. Moran, use more often. We're going to lean heavy into the back of our bullpen. And hopefully have an extended postseason here. All right, Chris Paddock against Jerome Santana at home. Game 1 goes to the Mets, 10-9. So they hammer our ace for 5 runs and 3 2/3. Then Benicio comes in and gives him 5 earned runs in 2/3 of an inning. Is this going to be a really quick postseason? No, we win that one 6-1. Contreras, Shivili out with a sore shoulder. Are you kidding me? He's going to pitch through it, man. He's going to pitch through it. Necker goes 4 for 4, so it is going to come down to Chase Dollander, I believe. Do I have anybody else who can pitch? How's Alkins? He's right. I think we're going to go Harrison Alkins. Let's bring these guys in earlier. Let's see how it goes. Game 3, Joel Diaz, Harrison Alkins goes to the Mets. That's annoying. That is annoying. 4-3. So our 87-win team, not good enough. We lose in the wild card round. So we got one more season, guys. We're gonna move on in our 10th season, and I am gonna treat it as if we are continuing on. So I'm not gonna trade the farm here. But this upcoming season, the 2032 season, will be our last season with the Cubs before we switch over to an expansion team. So let me know where you think we should expand to. I'll put a poll up on my channel, but I'm thinking Nashville, Portland, where else? I don't know, then something random like Omaha or something like that. But if you guys have any ideas, I think Omaha might be cool given the whole connection to the minor league or the Little League World Series. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know where you think we should expand to, because we got to start thinking about it, right? We got to start thinking about team names and color schemes and what we want the stadium to look like, and we got a year to sort that out. So let's go to International Amateurs and see what we see. Yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's already... Oh, right, I got to scout him first. Like, his ratings were already really high for a 17-year-old. So if those are legit, we're going to go heavy into Celio Azurara. So I'm going to invite him. Let's invite him. What do we got here? Andre Salcido. Yeah, he looks, I mean, for $240K. Sure. All right, let's go over to batters. Veo is terrible defensively, but David Ramirez, that's a weird batting profile, but we'll invite him to training anyway. Daniel James, no. Prieto looks pretty good. Let's invite him. Let's go to our international. Let's run practice. All right, let's get to next month. So, you guys know I've been thinking about expansion for a while now, and I was watching Old School Sports expansion playthrough with the Buffalo Wings. So if you haven't checked that out, do so now. But for me, I really like the way he set up the expansion. I guess there's a post on Reddit that kind of shows you how to go through like a 3-year setup for expansion, but I don't really want to do that. I want to just kind of jump in with the built-in expansion that's built into the game. We won't miss the international amateurs in the first season. We'll be able to jump right into free agency and kind of have a face of the organization, I think, right off the bat. So I think if I was doing an expansion playthrough from the start, like he is, I think I would set it up like that. But I don't, given that we're already into the season, I don't want to sim ahead 3 more years. I'm looking for the posting fee. All right. We can't make any offers right now because we don't have any money. So yeah, I think if I was starting an expansion franchise from the start, I would do it that way, because that also gets you through the first 3 drafts relatively quickly, and the first 3 drafts are typically no good. But it gives you time to dump all of your money into scouting and development with the hope that you can get some TCR on some of those bad draft picks. Kind of like the Draft to Glory playthrough, right? We invest all of our money into scouting and development and hope the TCR takes over some of those really bad drafts. We're beyond that now. So we have some players that are going to be kind of, I would assume, ready to go, within a couple of years of us drafting them. It's kind of the hope. All right, let's get to the end of the playoffs. It's the Nationals and the Red Sox. Interesting. And the Red Sox win the 2031 World Series. So we got one more shot at this. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Oh, damn it. I didn't sign any of my coaches. All right. Well, I'm a dum-dum. Trainer, pitching coach, and hitting coach. All right. Let's do that real quick. Trainer. What do we got? Not a ton. Chris Scott looks okay. I think we'll go after him. We'll just sign him to a 4-year contract so that the next GM of the Cubs isn't stuck having to hire all new coaches. Um, looking for somebody who has good relationships with the majority of my pitchers. Enoch Rodriguez. Nope. Nope. Steve Taylor doesn't get along with Sean Burke. That's weird. He gets along. He gets along with everybody really well except for Sean Burke, who he hates. But I think that's okay. Who was that? That was Steve Taylor. All right. Now let's look at hitting coaches. Joel Pacheco. Clayton Stevens will work. All right. I don't think we have any like. Oh wow, he executed his player option. Okay, so we have Dollander back for another year, which is good. Just one less pitcher that we have to worry about. So that we lost the GOAT because we're a dummy, but we will deal with it. Nobody in the we don't have any options or anything like that. How's our minor league system? 13th. Ramon, Miranda, Bowling, and Kearns. Okay, not terrible. 4 in the top 100. Arbitration. What does Marinaccio want? He wants 8. Yeah, I can't offer him. I mean, I can offer him a contract, but I can't offer him the qualifying offer. Where do we stand from a prospect perspective, pitching-wise? Yeah, our pitchers are all down in the lower minors, so I think bringing Rom back's probably not a bad play. But first thing I want to do is this: offer 96 contracts. We are going to lose Kyle Tucker. We are going to lose Alex Bregman. We have 0 money. Efren Contreras 8.5, so we'll offer him 8,150. Sean Burke wants 2.8. I'm fine with 265. One more 0. Oh, he's not fine with it though. Cyrus Herman was pretty good. We can offer him a contract. Ooh. God, look at those defensive ratings. We're going to hang on to him. At 5,250. I hope he's available in the expansion draft. I really do. And then Mike Campbell wants 14, so we'll offer him 13,350. And then let the AI deal with his ARB number next season. Drew Rom. Does anybody want Drew Rom? I like having flexibility going into the offseason. So if I can find a pitcher that maybe is making less, Bitsko wouldn't be bad if he hadn't just signed that extension, because that's a dumb extension. It's just a bunch of people looking to offload contracts. Well, not necessarily. I mean, I could just get rid of him if I wanted to. But I don't think I want to do that, so I think we will offer him ARB. He wants 10-2. So let's... that's not terrible. 10-2. Wants 5 years. Will he take 4? Like that? Okay. Sure. That'll work. All right. Yeah, because financially, we should have some money once we hit free agency, but we got to get there first. trainer, our scout. We're going to get a lot of messages because we offered 96 contracts. So we're going to have to filter through all of those, all the people who say they don't want to sign. They're going to come back and say no. So Campbell signs his contract. Not a surprise. Yep. Let's get up to the Gold Glove. Drew Rom signed his contract. RJ Mayer signed his contract. Efrain Gonzalez signed his contract. We got a couple of fan interest jumps there, so we're up to a 94 now. Was still a lot of money in our into scouting and development. I'm interested to what the AI is going to do when we switch over, what they do to those budgets. My guess is they're going to reduce them, but we'll see. AL Cy Young Awards, you can see them there. You can pause it if you want to. In the NL, we didn't win any. We didn't win anything as shortstop. Everson Arteaga was, oh my God. Okay. Yeah, that's absurd. All right, that's fair. That is fair. Best reliever, Noah Dean in the AL, and Shivili, no surprise, in the NL, 6-3 with a 1.22. We finished 1-2 in reliever of the years, Shivili and Benicio. Rom back there. Platinum Stick, Silver Sluggers, whatever you want to call it, in the National League. Alex Bregman wins it at DH. And there are your AL winners. Rookie of the Year in the AL goes to Gao Yamashita. And in the National League, it goes to Mike Barber of the Milwaukee Brewers. Necker finishes third. He had a good year. I am fine with that season at first base from our 24-year-old first baseman, Von Necker. Edgar Perez, Manager of the Year in the AL. Bob Henley in the National League. Cy Young. Hank Pfeiffer in the AL, 20-5, and in the NL, it's Jose Ferrer. He is just really good. 17-5 with a 2.50. 3 straight seasons of at least 13.7 K per 9. This is a bargain contract for this pitcher. And the MVP in the AL, Brian Rocio for the Indians, and in the NL, Billy Monroe of the Phillies. Wow. 10.64. Okay, that works. Missed the Triple Crown by 14 RBIs. I don't think we have anybody who's still eligible for ARB, so this should be quick. And here we are. All right, international amateurs, what do we got? So far, nothing. First baseman who looks okay. He's already 26, so you got to wonder how much more development is actually there. And not much. Kubota looks okay. Ramirez, not really a shortstop. It's a decent enough bat, but he doesn't really have a position. All right, and actual free agents. Some big names on here. Big names on here. What do the Cubs have for money? $10 million this year, 36 for extensions. What do we need? So our starting catcher is Brad Hall. Von Necker is our first baseman. Carter Smith is our second baseman. Nick Campbell is our shortstop. Cabrera gets another shot at third. Left field, Luis Angel Acuna. Center field, Drew Burris. Right field, right now it's Junior Garcia, but that's not going to last. Is Etienne ready? No, man. I mean, he hit really well in Double A, but he's not ready yet. We may need a 1-year stopgap for right field, and then it becomes somebody else's problem. Pitching, I don't think we need anything. I think we're set from a pitching perspective. Yeah, we're going to bring back essentially the same bullpen as we had last year, which I'm totally fine with. So, right field. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to be Tucker, but not at $35 million. Let's go here. We got 10. Tucker wants 35. So Frelick wants 13. He's not really a right fielder, though, with that arm. Not terrible ratings, but bring Katowski back. He only wants $10 million bucks. But again, it doesn't solve the right field problem. Siani wants 17. Bryce Harper. Need somebody with an arm out there, man. Not a lot of options. Jesus Sanchez looks just okay. It doesn't help that we have, not a ton of money, but even if we did, Tucker's the only option, and I'm not paying him $35 million. Oh, look at that. He's 33. We could stick him in right. He would be fine. Let's offer him a contract. I don't want to give him 6 years. Let's give him 3 at 10. Cool. So Jung-Hoo Lee playing on both sides of Chicago in our playthroughs here. Well, potentially. Oh, right, I forgot about this. Oh, what did that do? Oh, hell. Okay. that was brutal. That was brutal. We dropped from a 98 to an 84. Bregman signed a 2-year, $21 million deal with the Angels, and Tucker signed with the Mets, 4 years at $25 million per. That was brutal. Anybody on the block that is of interest? Mookie. Do we make a run at Mookie? I mean, they got to retain every... Oh, he has a 10-5. Okay. We don't make a run at Mookie. Bring Acuna back for a third time. Mason Hour? I mean, that might not be a bad option. He's good defensively. The bat's passable. I mean, again, they would have to retain the entirety, and I don't know. I don't want to remove the contract offer from Jung-Hoo Lee without knowing, that I've got Hour in the bag, so to speak. So, you doubt they even consider it. Let's do something like that. You're not not sure I have a player that would make that work. That's fine. I'm not keen on giving up my top prospects during the off season. That might be it might be a next off. It might be a during the season thing. If we're close, and this is kind of my last go at it, we might we might try to throw a top prospect at somebody just to bring in a big bat or something. All right, Rule 5 time. Anybody that needs to go on the 40-man? I don't think so. Maldonado, maybe? He could provide some decent depth for us. Fuller never developed. Wolf, meh. Raposo probably needs to... He would get taken. Soglio should probably go on too. Alright, it's time to start moving some of these guys up. See what they got. Alright, in Rule 5. Picking 22nd. Juan Shirez. I mean, if we were a cellar dweller type team, like, this is a player maybe that you take a run on. I mean, he hasn't shown any ability to hit yet, so maybe not. But Mike Downs, the former Cub, bring him back, stick him out in right field. We do need a catcher. We do need a backup catcher. I think Joe O'Neill would fit that bill for free. So let's do that. Let's look at pitchers. Any young guys here? Christian Chatterton. That's a name. 3rd round pick. Those are starters numbers, man. 3+ pitches. I don't know that he makes the roster over anybody else we have, though. And I think we just go with what we picked up, a catcher, which is something we needed. So that'll work. We lost Adin Sanchez. All right. See, I think this is going to be a relatively quick episode. We're just kind of waiting on Jung-Hoo Lee here. So let's sim ahead and see if we can answer from him. My fear is that because we took those big fan interest bumps with Bregman and why did I forget his name? Bregman and the right fielder, that our fan interest went from a 99 to an 84, and that's not good. All right, so we get Jung-Hoo Lee. Fan interest increase is amazing, so that's good. We're going to stick him in right field. Right? Who's our center fielder? Burris? 70, 70, 60. Yeah, he's going to stick him in right field. Set position, right field. The arm is passable. I think he'll be fine out and right. So that is our lineup. And then our DH, we can go Medellin and Sabato, I think. Medellin against righties, Sabato against lefties. Oh, no, we got Garcia. Right. Duh. So that's our lineup. Cool. All right. Scouting, international, run practice. All right. So what did that do for our fan interest? Back up to a 91. All right, so that's good. Hopefully we can get some ticket sales between now and the preseason so we don't take a budget ding. Trade proposal. Francisco Lacumi. I mean, he's not bad, but you can't have Sven-Eric Grant for him. I'll give you somebody lesser. You want Steve Corbett? Do I want to give up Corbett? I don't think I do. Not for a reliever. There are some good prospects here, guys. Will they develop? Who the hell knows? But there are some good prospects here in the minor leagues for the Cubs. I think we're leaving them in pretty decent shape. What about DeSaglio? You want him? I'll give you DeSaglio for him. See what they say about that. No. Okay. Goodbye. All right. Yeah, that hasn't moved at all. International amateurs. All players. Let's look at that pitcher. Yeah, he's already, for a 17-year-old, that's crazy development. I think we just go all in on Celio Azurara and see if we can just make that happen. So 4,750 is all we have. So hopefully that'll be enough. Rangers want to send us Luis Barella. No, I'm good. Yeah. Other teams have $7 million, so we have, that's unfortunate, but that's okay. Let's go for the catcher, David Ramirez. Wow, he looks really good too. Let's go after the catcher. Let's offer him, I don't know, $3 million. Cool. I'm not interested in that. Did we get him? Not yet. Still not yet. There we go. So we picked up the catcher, and then we got Andre Salcido, who's the other one I'm going to go after. Let's offer him $1 million. And then we'll pocket the rest. Dropped our scouting budget to $24,900. Dropped our development budget. Yeah, okay, so those are tiny drops. Not a huge issue there. Delete tagged messages. Did we sign him? Or is it still pending? It's still pending. All right. Just keep simming until we get an answer. Okay, looks like we got him. All right, cool. So we picked up a couple of international guys. We get the catcher, David Ramirez, out of the Dominican Republic. High loyalty, high work ethic. That's a really good bat profile. Catcher ability is just okay, but maybe with time. And then we pick up Salcido, a ground ball specialist. 4 average pitches, but potentially electric control and really good movement. Not going to strike a lot of batters out, but could be a bullpen piece. So I think that is going to do it, guys. I'm going to go ahead offline and sim up to opening day. We'll set the roster, and one more try. We've won 7 straight division titles, 1 World Series to show. Hoping to end this with an 8th division title and a 2nd World Series before we switch to an expansion team. So again, in the comments, let me know where you think we should move. I just threw out a couple of names, but you let me know if you have any ideas. But we'll talk soon. Next episode will be opening day, and we'll do April and May and up to July like we normally do. So I will talk to you soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Take care. Bye-bye.